What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Italian Stallion, here for another episode of Rebels with a Cause. You know what time it is, baby. It's Wednesday night. That means it's time for the cause, because that cause don't stop when the clock hits zero. Got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to have a action-packed 1-hour show. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Chat box, comment on what you guys want to talk about. We're going to talk some Vols tonight. Couldn't miss against Oklahoma, came up short Tuesday. How about them Lady Vols, man? Got it done against the Yukon Women Huskies, first time since 2007. Kim Caldwell getting it done. Fell short against LSU. That's just the nature of the beast, man. It's college basketball, women's college basketball. It's going to be an exciting March for both those teams. Going to talk about that. Obviously, we got to talk Super Bowl. Big time win by the Eagles. Shout out to you, Michael Lynn. Honestly, your Eagles getting it done. So we're going to chat about that. But first and foremost, baby, we got some business to discuss. How about them West Rebels? You betcha. On that winning streak, they hadn't lost since that Hardin Valley game a few weeks ago. It was looking a little bleak at halftime, but man, I don't know what Coach E said at halftime, but they got it done against Hardin Valley and made another house their house. Perfect on the road this year. Going to give you a little stat later on when we talk about how special this team is, because only one other West High basketball boys team has ever gone on the road and gone undefeated. So got a little tidbit for you guys on that one. And last but not least, got to talk a little football banquet. Coach Brown had some great stuff as always, honoring our seniors as well as the other kids that played this past year. Shout out to everybody involved to put a very special evening and kind of a bow tie on the end of the 24 season. And now we are now in full swing of the 25 season. Had some great conversations that I'll let in on when we talk about that in the show. But boys also getting it done against Maryville last night in the last home game. So anytime you can bring the brooms against Maryville, baby, it's special, especially regular season. But without further ado, let's do some housekeeping. I know my co-hosts are etching to get on. They got a lot to say, got a lot to talk about in such a short amount of time. So let's get this thing rolling, shall we? All right. First and foremost, the views and opinions of this program are not affiliated with those of any other organization or of West High School. These are solely the RWAC crew's views. That's myself, the Italian Stallion, Shane O'Mac, our coach, Mr. Shane McGee, and of course, the one and only two-pair Tate, Brian Tate. Also, like I said, participate in that chat box. Point out when we've inaccurately said something in error and voice your opinions, baby. Anything we want to talk about, let's talk about it tonight. Also, got to give some love to our sponsors, including a new one tonight. Got to give a shout out to my gal, Kim Castle, over at King's Chamber. She always takes care of your boy, the Italian Stallion. You let her know that Rebels with a Cause sent you over there, and she'll get you fixed up. Haircut, beard trim, mani pedicures. Enjoy yourself. A couple of drinks over there. She will make sure you get the royal treatment like the king you deserve when you go visit her chamber. Also, on top of that, got to give a shout out to our boy, Mr. Alex Thatcher, and his Knoxville Coffee Company there in the heart of Marble City off of Sutherland Avenue. That brew is good any time of the day. So give him a shout. Let him know Rebels with a Cause sent you. You won't regret it. And our new sponsor, Razor Shop Barber Shop in Knoxville. Go on ahead and give Josh Fink or Corey a visit there. And also, for anybody watching, April 26th, haircuts for prom with Miss Rice. Two-pair Tate wanted me to point that out. So just go pay them a visit. I'm sure they'll fix you up too, whatever you need over there. Also got to give a shout out to Big Fact Sports Network. Follow that 332 Studios. Got so much good stuff going on, especially being a big sponsor of this show and how we elevate this program. So much excitement in the works, guys. Just stick along for the ride like you've done all along. We appreciate you. And also, I know he's working, but there's days he's off too. If you need his services, you know who to call. Our guy, the stats man himself, our coach, Mr. Shane McGee, 865-299-3206. He'll hook you up and get them electrical needs fixed. Without further ado, let's get this thing started, shall we? On our co-hosts for Rebels with a Cause. Whether you're watching live or recorded, give them the respect they deserve, baby. First and foremost, he is the Mr. 2003. He just completed his 19th season as the voice of the running Rebels and Lady Rebels. He is the hardest working man that I know. Traveling to your city to entertain, and you give him a mic, baby, he will entertain you. So, my favorite Seminole, my brother from another mother, let's give him a shout out. The one and only two-pair Tate, Brian Tate. What is up, baby?
Man, what's up, man? How you doing, man? You doing all right?
Oh,
Doing
I'm doing
good, doing
great, man. I
good.
am hyped, man. How about them damn winning streak by the Rebels, baby? Walk-off layup
I
by Jalen Thrill Hill.
when I tell you that the real deal, like I really won't say they show a lot of composure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at this. Go Mo
Um,
West Trojans. What the hell is that?
hey, Mo West is tough.
They are
Mo
tough.
West is
They are
tough.
tough. So
And one thing I like about Mo West, they play they're strategic. But shout out to Mo West. No, they got a really good team. I think
thanks for the comment.
Maryville Maryville played great last night. Um, it was just West. It was a game of coaching. And I thought Coach Eggleston's staff was well prepared in how to play the half court game. And I think Coach Lambert is doing a phenomenal job over there at Maryville. I really think they've been a reflection of what he was once at Maryville. Like that's why those guys are really good.
They're
I
a
think
program too, Pair. They're a program. You beat a program. And do you know that's
yeah,
the
that's a
first time
program.
West has swept Maryville since when Tookie was there? Honestly. I mean, realistically, even the great 2012 team split with them.
Yeah,
So to
split with
get a
them, and
sweep
that was a
over
great team
Maryville,
too.
it was a great
Hmm.
team. We're going to talk about them in a minute. I got to get Shane on here because I know he wants to talk a little bit. He's been
Absolutely.
waiting patiently. So let's bring him on. Guys, let me just tell you this. I mentioned the electrical needs, but this guy knows his stuff, whether it's coaching, stats. He is our resident coach and stats guy. So show him some love, whether you're watching live or recorded. The one, the only, Mr. Shane O'Mac, Shane McGee. What's going on,
What's
baby?
up, Shane? What's up, man?
Everybody doing good?
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
doing
we're
good.
excited, man. It's district tournament time now, baby.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a little sore from my workouts this week, but man, I'm ready to go.
That's what's up, man.
a
Good to
little
see
sore from the
y'all, man.
workouts. Yeah. Tell him what you're, baby. Age is just a number. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So let's see. Today is Wednesday, so
Don't
Monday
be shy.
I did 400 for 3 and 410 for 1. So my 1 rep max right now is 410. Today
Nice.
I like it.
I squatted 465 for 6. So
I love it. I love it. Well, let's talk about it, guys. We got a lot to talk about. I want to get started with what happened last night. I mean, what a battle! And
What a
here's the
battle.
thing: the
Great
truth of the
battle.
matter is we're probably going to be playing them again next week because to kind of jump a little bit ahead, Bearden finished first with a 9-1 record in the district. We
Mhm.
finished second with an 8-2 record. Maryville finished third with a 6-4 record, losing both games to Bearden and West respectively. Farragut finished fourth with a ironically 4-6 record. Hardin Valley finished fifth with a 3-7 record, and William Blunt finished at the bottom of the standings with an 0-10 record. So, based
It's
on
hard to
that,
believe
which
William
is hard
Blunt
to
went
believe,
on.
they
That's
were the
such a
district
good,
tournament champs last year, two
but
pair.
and they are well coached. I think they've got one of the better coaches in the district, and Kevin. I don't know. I feel like they lost a ton of guys. I
Yeah,
think
and
when he
his
lost,
son, the coach's
his
son.
son was a his son was such a phenomenal player for them,
Yeah,
and
he's got to be one of the
I
all-time
just
greats.
I just feel like they just had trouble assessing what they need. I think they're going to be okay in a few years. They're very young,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like they came out super flat against us, and they couldn't recover. But they've got some pieces, and I think William Blunt's going to be a team that we're going to have to worry about in a few years.
Well,
But
and you know the sad thing is we actually won't because they're not going to be in our district
oh,
now
that's
that we're
right.
moving.
Yeah,
We're
that's
moving.
right.
In fact, honestly, we kind of gave us a farewell tour to all these teams. We won't play Bearden except for an out of conference game or
Hmm.
Farragut. Now we've got the round robin with the Powells and the Centrals and the Halls and so forth. So that's going to be
And it's not
very
going to be
interesting.
pretty for them.
No, it's
It's
not.
not
No, it's not.
because the way we play, and our style is such up tempo. And then Shane, I think you had said it best that they had to have some type of mental toughness like the football players had, and I think Jack Keefe, he showed that last night, that mental toughness of, you know what I'm saying, like being the leader. And I really think that Coach Eggleston has got the best lineup to close the game.
Yes.
Fofana, Hill,
Schuler.
Schuler, Martin, Jack.
Yep.
That's who needs to close out every game from now
Yep.
on.
And ever since they've done that, they've been undefeated. Honestly, ever since they've done that. And, I also want to talk about this game real quick because we can talk about Maryville. We got to talk about last Friday night against
That
Hardin
was
Valley.
amazing. That was an
Two pair,
amazing game.
you were listen. I felt like I was a bad luck charm. You get there and you're the good luck charm or whatever like that. I said maybe I need to leave. Honestly, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, you couldn't have played a worst half of basketball. They're making everything. We can't hit anything. We have, Kevin picks up 2 quick fouls, so he's on the bench. So, you look at how that game was called, and then whatever Coach he said at halftime, baby,
It erupted.
it got it done. It got it done. And here's the thing, that third quarter, they exploded. Fourth quarter, they traded baskets. Overtime, you just knew Hardin Valley was done. West just did the knockout.
West got too many legs, man. And that's the thing I was telling them. Like, me, you, and Shane, we talk about this all the time. If you got the legs and you can go up tempo and you can run people out of the gym, it's kind of like with the football team where I kind of wish the football team would have used more speed and up tempo, more option based, not the drop back passing of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Like
speed up the game, and everything like that. Yeah.
And with this basketball team, we've got the legs. Now we don't have Reese, but now that you got Catanella back, you got Liam Purnell. Go deep into that bench. Joe Dupree gave great minutes last night.
Yeah.
Garrett Birch gave great minutes last night. Robert Schuler has turned himself into the best two-way player in the
His defense is phenomenal. And he's helping on the boards too. He's getting rebounds.
He's turning those guys at least 4 or 5 times. And like the stuff that me, you, and Shane talked about was mental toughness. They've shown some mental toughness since that Farragut game that we talked about.
Shane, can I don't know if you can read what my sub headline is. Of course, the theme is, this is our house too. And we've made everybody else's house our house. I mean, think about this. We had a perfect record on the road. Our 4 losses, 3 of them were at home, and 1 of them was on a neutral court in a holiday tournament. This is the second team in West School history to do that. The other is our 2011-2012 only region championship sub-state qualifier team. They also went undefeated.
Normally going on the road is always a hostile environment. You struggle on the road because you got travel. It takes you out of your game day prep and how you do that. But if you're going to everybody else's house and making it our house, you're destined to be able to play well on the road. And that's what it comes down to in these tournaments because you don't get home games now. You're going to be away. You're going to change up your routine. You're going to have to walk in, and that's what they're doing right now. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
It's crazy too, Parent and Shane. I want you to also chime in on this as well. I'm glad you mentioned that about the hostile environment because that Friday night, I didn't realize it, but it was Hardin Valley senior night. And they had a lot of seniors on that team. I mean, on the girls and boys team get honored and people from other sports. It took a while for that game to get started. And I think our guys might have been ramped up to play and then had to kind of wait for that long ceremony and then, kind of went through the motions and then finally picked it back up. That was huge, though, because their players were playing out of their minds, and then, like, no disrespect to Hardin Valley, they go and lay a complete egg against Farragut last night for Farragut senior night. Like, Dom Van Acker had 28 points. It wasn't even competitive. Farragut won by 12 points easily. So.
But Dominic Van Acker is one of the better players, and I would be very surprised if Dominic Van Acker is not a D1 athlete. If he's playing a junior college somewhere, you got a guy that's a stud.
Yeah.
And He's gonna be there 2 years or a year, and he's gone.
Yep.
But no, I'll say this: the the way that Hardin Valley plays, it's a credit to their coach. Andy Arndt might, I think, if Eggleston doesn't get Coach of the Year in our district, which I think he should, coming in the way he had to come in, I like Andy Arndt and what he did at that Hardin Valley job is a tough job, and he's got them playing very good basketball, and he's got 1 or 2 kids that probably can play at the next level.
Oh yeah,
Andy Arndt has done an amazing job. Former Farragut assistant girls coach under, I think the world of Mayfield. I think the 2 best coaches as far as the women's game is going to be Jennifer Galloway at Hardin Valley and Justin Mayfield at Farragut. Those are the 2 best when it comes to women's basketball on the west side of town.
I agree with that. I'll say this, Shane, the fact that, they could have lost to Hardin Valley again. And I'm going to give you guys the scenario. Last year at this time, West went to Hardin Valley, had a lead by 2 points with 6 seconds to go. Foul a half-court heat. Hardin Valley hits the 3 free throws and wins by 1 point. And West was never the same after that loss.
Never recovered.
And kind of limped into the district tournament.
They limped into district bad.
And lost to Bearden, because of the technical and all those things. And then lost to Maryville and then lost to Oak Ridge, and that was the end of the season. This year, you have a 6-game winning streak going into this, okay? Number 1. Number 2, you've got the momentum, and you're going to have to play Maryville again, because if William Blunt somehow upsets Maryville in that first round game, I will be shocked. But I just know we're going to have to play Maryville again. I think Farragut's too much for Hardin Valley, and I think it'll be Bearden and Farragut on the other side. I would love to take care of Maryville and set up that district tournament championship against Bearden once and for all to see who is district tournament champs. Honestly, I would love to see it.
I love to see that too. And you've got 3 of some of the best basketball teams in the state with us, Bearden, and Maryville.
All in one region.
All in one region. Yeah. So we're producing for some good basketball coming up.
Yeah. Now, I do want to put that in.
I consider Maryville our rivals because we're both Rebels, and it's always been a lot of hate between both teams all across the board. Yeah. So I'm loving the rivalry games that will be coming out of this because, you're going to get, Farragut's going to have Hardin Valley. That's a rivalry just because where they're at. Farragut will get Bearden, rivalry. We got Maryville coming up after that. Because we already know how it's going to go. I mean, it's beautiful for our area, and I can't wait to watch it. And you're going to get a showdown between some teams that they always see each other. So the third game is always the big game.
Two-pair. Me and Shane were talking before the show. Do you happen to know where the district tournament is being held this year? Because Maryville held it last year.
It will be. I'm glad you asked. I'm prepared.
I'm glad because I didn't. I looked everywhere for it and I didn't have it. So
preparation. It's gonna be the 18th through the 22nd at Hardin Valley.
Bam! Yeah! All right, because I can go. I'm right there. I'm right down the street. I'm excited. So yeah,
dude, I would have got you an Uber or Shane would have. We would got you. Shane, he acts like we're not going to be $1 billion company in 10 years. Like, what is this guy doing? Shane.
Usually I'm the one lugging the equipment, so usually I am.
But I'll be
just tell me where we got to send your car to.
Well, they said it's supposed to be ready Friday, so we'll see what the hell happens. So
if it's not ready Friday,
yeah.
If it's not ready Friday, you hit me.
Okay.
We will get you an Uber, a Lyft. It's coming out of Shane's son's football scholarship that we're trying to get him with Big Fat Sports Network one day.
Okay.
But Shane, this is coming out of his scholarship fund. So thanks Stallion for this.
He's got 80K sitting for him just in case. So.
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, even if I have to hitchhike to Hardin Valley High School, I will just walk down Middlebrook bikes.
No, we'll get you a car, Stallion.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't even worry about it. Or we'll send the we'll send the money to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, that'll work.
That's one thing. That's one thing people I don't think people understand about what we do at Rebels with a Cause. Like we're rebels with a cause, and we're one for another. We're brothers. We take our time we're trying to build the schools. Like Shane is coaching football at Carnes. I'm announcing at Pellissippi, announcing at West. I'm on radio KCM Saturdays and Sundays. I do a show remotely from my house. You know what I'm saying? So
I do stats for the football team during football season.
You do stats for the football team. You do the mentor program for the football players.
Yep.
I do the mentor program for the basketball guys.
Yep.
Like,
and I mentor kids that come into my life that I coach.
There you go.
Special. So you've got Shane working one side of Knoxville, making it better. You're working we're working the same field. What we're doing is we're getting the city better. Like, right. Our ultimate goal is to have 4 charter schools that will put more eyes on our kids. And the 4 schools they started with are Austin East, and West, because these are the teams that have proven championships. I think Alcoa would have been in the running. It's just we don't have anyone in our
thing
that's an Alcoa guy. The only guy I could think about is a guy that I work with at Pellissippi because he played for Alcoa. But I couldn't put that responsibility on one man. And that's why it's easier for people don't understand we are a 3-man team. We got a stats guy who coaches. We've got another stat guy for the team. We've got an announcer guy and a skills development coach and a mental coach. 3 guys.
Yep. And 2 of the guys have broadcasting degrees that aren't even in the field. Or now they are. Now they are. But we weren't. So yeah, that's the thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, guys like Shane who take his time to coach kids, and he has a son, he has daughters, and he's coaching kids out of his busy electrical service. And that's why I'm like, people don't understand that this is a 3-man weave, and you would have thought it was 20 people working this operation.
Absolutely. And it's only going to grow. It's only
going to grow.
That's right. That's right. Well, look at this, guys. I got this on the board. West is 20-4 on the year. Think about this. No Chris Cowan. No Mike Nelson. Reese Clark gets hurt the 5th game of the year. Right. I mean, my goodness. My goodness.
I think the turning point of the season, I think the turning point of the season was the loss to Hardin Valley.
Yeah, that changed it all. That changed it all.
I think that changed everything because, we talked about the technical, and Jack recognized it. And let's say this about Jack Keefe. You want to talk about an ultimate leader, an ultimate captain, and for him to take the responsibility of over the edge, I had to get that technical to get us fired back up, but it backfired. I understand that. And it's like, I'm happy that we can get to the point where what we say on this show, it's never a reflection of talking bad about a player. It's the thing of we're critiquing ourselves every day to become 1% better. And with this was a moment where Jack has became 1% better. Look at how controlled he's had that basketball on the string since that game. The Farragut game, he played well. Every game, Jack Keefe, Garrett Birch, those guys have been unsung.
I'm going to tell you this to add on. You hit it right on the head with someone like Jack Keefe. And let me tell you something, the accolades that kid has gotten for football, I think,
What an athlete!
yeah,
What an
what an athlete!
athlete!
What an
What just an
and what
athlete!
about where he's going? He's going to University of Tennessee Chattanooga to become a nurse. That's what he's going to do. He's going into nursing
Doctor.
at
He'll be a
UTC.
doctor. He'll
Yeah,
be a doctor.
yeah, but
He'll
that's
be
what
a
he's doing.
nurse that's going to transition to a doctor.
Then
Dude,
nurse practitioners make some money too, and they don't
he
even have to
does.
work. They don't even have to do all the school doctors have to
He
do.
does.
So
But
yeah,
one thing I want to say though, his parents, his
they're great
parents.
people. Yep.
You want to talk about great people? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, let's highlight our alumni foundation real
Oh
quick.
yeah.
Um, Bo Sutton. Bo Sutton said something so poignant. Um, you're a numbers guy.
Hmm.
I'm a numbers guy. You want to do some math? We're gonna do Rebels with a Cause does math. Do some math, and let's shout out Bo Sutton, and let's shout out Gina Birch, Miss Martin, Reese Clark's mother, Sharetta Littlejohn. These are the unsung heroes. Shonda Jones, the Schuler family. These guys are the unsung hero. The Duprees. These guys are the unsung heroes. Like, we do a good job, but the parents of those kids do a phenomenal job. And Paul Romero, Coach Carruthers, like, we have really gotten the right staff to be there. Ryan Woolard. Look, let's say this. Ryan Woolard gets a state title with this staff, he's getting picked up anywhere in Knoxville because he's been one of the best top assistants in the city. You look at Michael Dime Davis, what he's able to do with those guards. They have been a reflection of what Michael Dime Davis was when he played at West, one of the all-time leading assist leaders in West history. Michael Dime Davis played under Eggleston. Michael Dime Davis played under Caporo. No, Michael Dime Davis played under Kessler.
Kessler.
Excuse me. He
Yep.
played under Kessler and Eggleston. Excuse
Yep.
me. Tyrone Patterson. His sister is the 1,000-point scorer, Alexis Big Baby Patterson.
Hmm.
And how good was Tyrone when he was at West?
Yep.
A double nightmare. Do you see the evolution of Kevin Jack's game since he's worked with Tyrone Patterson?
And
It's night and day.
the moves that he had and how
Oh
he's
my
gotten
God.
himself in. I mean, and let me tell you something.
He's
Sometimes
phenomenal
it's
shape.
criminal. It's criminal
He
to
looks
pair.
like DeJuan Blair.
He does.
Plays like DeJuan Blair at Pittsburgh.
But the
His
refs
footwork is amazing, bro.
and the refs still don't respect it though. That's what pisses me off.
Mhm.
He gets still charge calls, and I'm like, it's not a charge.
It's
I
not.
mean, it is not. You're going to penalize him for being a big dude. Big dudes aren't supposed to move like that, and he floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. He
Yeah.
really does, man. He really does.
But
And
you know the
there's no
best. But
respect on
you
those
know who's
calls.
played the. We said we need him to realize he's the best player in the city and the
Mhm.
state. He changes the outcome of every game.
Say it louder.
He changes the outcome of every game.
Say it one more time.
He changes the outcome of every single. Devin Martin is the best player in Knox County.
The devastating one. Can I also throw another
Do you know
one?
how many coaches?
Yeah.
Do you know how many coaches were in attendance last night?
There were a
That
lot.
game was NBA worthy. You had State was in the house. Pella City State was in the house. Just a ton of schools were there. You know what I'm saying? A ton of schools. And there were some schools that were incognito.
I'm going to throw this out there. One more player who we challenged last year, and I think he's taken the challenge on his shoulders. Mr. Jalen Thrill Hill. This team
He's
goes
the real
where he
deal.
goes.
The
And
real deal.
he put that team on his shoulders last night and won the game. In Hardin Valley, he was making plays. I mean, this kid has been phenomenal. And ever since Reese has gone down, he has had to take more of a burden. And when Fofana's on the court, it helps him even more.
God.
So,
How
yes.
you know what? Next year, we can't call We can't call Kalu. Hey, Lou, if you're watching,
Mm-hmm.
Lou, I think you might be one of the best guards to ever put on a West jersey. Not named Stuart Oakes, not named Spencer Davis, not named Isaac Wilson, not named Ryan McGrew, not named Alton Thompson. He's one of the best guards as a sophomore with this group.
Calvin Walker.
Calvin Walker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like Michael Webb Jr.
AB.
AB.
Yep. So
You know how I feel about AB.
mm-hmm.
But you want to know something? You know who Kalu reminds me on defense?
Who?
Brian Kill Dog Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
People do not know Brian Kill Dog Stanford has the most consecutive games with a steal in West High history.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
does.
Guess what class he was with?
You guys. 03.
The Legends.
03.
The Legends.
Yep.
And let me say this about my guys. We're getting now Mississippi State. Mark my words. Mississippi State gets a football team. Do you know the first guys that I'm calling? He hired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to get Shane McGee to be my defensive coordinator or my secondary coach. I'm definitely going to get Stallion to be my statistician or my linebackers coach.
Damn right, I'll do it. I'd be glad to.
But that's what I'm saying. We do this so it sets up for us to do everything else.
Yep.
This is the vehicle that is powering a school that has a podcast dedicated to baseball, swimming, soccer, girls flag football, women and men's lacrosse, women's basketball.
Yep.
There's no school that does that for their softball, track, but West High.
First pitch is 10 days away. Shout out to the baseball team. 10 days away.
What?
Yep. 10 days.
When we talk baseball, we got to say a what?
And here's the thing. They've invited us to do a live show from Rebels with a Cause over there for one of their games or whatever. So, yeah.
Opening day.
I'd love to be there and have a hot dog and a milkshake or whatever they serve at the concession stand. It'd be great. So, yeah.
Park our cars like near the football field, though.
Give me some water.
We can't.
Hot dog.
Hey, we can't park our cars near the field.
No. Listen, I'm already getting back. I don't need a message.
You don't park by the weight room.
No. We gotta park over there by the where the old driver's ed thing used to be. So the little trailer.
We gotta park over there. Yeah.
So
dude,
the driver's ed trailer.
I promise. If West
is the AG building, I'll get over there. On the
back
side,
on the other side of the AG building. Yeah, we'll park over there. So surely a foul ball.
If West starts hitting bombs,
they put the work in, man. That coaching staff and what the gains that those kids have done, they're going to have a fun season this year. They really are.
It's still weird for me seeing, like, I'm glad we got a softball field there now. But, man, that's still the practice field to me.
That's still our sacred ground where we bled on, man, honestly. So, yeah, for sure. No, the facilities at West are second to none, and I love all the contributions by not only the Alumni Foundation, but the parents, the businesses around there, the One West. And, it's funny. I want to talk real quick about this. The West Rebels football team is still fundraising to expand that facility to fit 150 kids, locker room, and a bigger weight room, a team meeting so they can fit everybody and not just take them in certain areas. This thing is ready to get off the ground. They still could use contributions. So if you want to contribute, definitely hit them up. Coach was talking about they're almost to their goals and they've gotten a lot of contributions and a lot of people committed. It really is One West. And I just want to touch on this on the banquet. It was a phenomenal ceremony. Everybody got honored. They even honored me, which was very, very I was thankful and grateful to even be mentioned for what I do, and it was appreciated. I even heard some guys even say the Italian Stallion, which was very nice for my ego.
They called you the Italian Stallion?
I heard a couple of the guys go, the Italian Stallion, when I got up to get my card or whatever.
Let's do this math real quick. Let's do some Rebels with a Cause math.
Sure.
All right, let's make this banner real quick.
All right, hold on. Go ahead.
We're gonna do some Rebels. We're going to do some Rebels with a Cause math.
Okay.
Hey, James, So let's do this. We're gonna say we need 100 parents. 100 parents to donate $30 a day for 365 days, right?
100 parents to donate $30 a day.
1,095,000
for 365 days.
If 100 parents donate $30 a day, that's every day donating $30.
James, look at my face.
95.
Shane,
What is it now? What now?
It's 1.095.
1,000.
This is what I do.
1,095,000.
That's what me and Bo Sutton talked about this. So if we can get some dedication from all the alumni, I'm talking about, we do this with alumni football, we do this with alumni basketball, track and field, people. I'm a media mogul. I do it because I care. And when I show you, oh, go ahead.
So if all 100 of those parents donated $210 a week,
yes,
if they were able to, you did that for 52 weeks. Each person's donating $10,920. That's about 100 people. Well, then you get 1.92, but it's close.
Hey, screenshot this so that we put this on our pages.
Mm-hmm.
Screenshot this, make this a thumbnail. Matter of fact, I'm screenshotting it.
Screenshot it right now. Yeah, because you got the IG and all that good stuff. So
yeah. Screenshot this, because I feel like if we screenshot this and people are able to see what we're talking about, because, well, that'll block me. Hold on.
The average operating cost for a football team is north of $100,000 a year. You donate, if West is able to achieve that much money, every sport in that school is taken care of for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That cuts down on player fees. That cuts down on a ton of stuff. To where, that's still that's a lot of money to ask for. But
well, in the long run of it, if each parent does their $30 for the 365 days, it equates to $10,950 each.
Yep.
So $10,950 each.
Should be a tax write-off. Should be.
It should be. It should.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I started talking to Bo about it, and I said, well, we can get 100 parents to donate, and we need to get all of the sponsors. Like, that's where I think we set ourselves apart, because we're able to fundraise at a rapid rate. I just said 100 parents to donate $30 a day for
fundraise where you're equaling that much money. Anything over $500,000 that you can raise for an entire program is going to go to good use.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But don't you like that number?
I love that math. I love that. We're going to do this every show from now on. We're going to have this up every show.
That would be nice. Would be I would say redo our old stands.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do that. Honestly, both sides. I would love both sides to be done, and a bigger press box.
Yeah. I think we deserve it. I think we're
that
at that
program.
point.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like we're at that point where we got to expand.
Yeah, because you still have a lot of people. If you think about it, the both sides are really for the bands, and realistically, you still have a ton of people on the track because there's not enough seats. So we need higher stands. We added
the band section.
Or just make it a bowl.
Yeah, or make it a bowl. Yeah,
I would go similar to what Bearded and Fair.
You know what?
Really big stand. Go ahead.
We need to make the Marble City Bowl.
Yeah, the Marble
Bill
City
Wilson
Bowl.
Field.
At Bill Wilson Field. That'd be gorgeous. That would be a gorgeous name. Marble City Bowl.
We come up with $1 million ideas every time we do this.
We do. I named Bearden's podcast that hasn't gotten off the ground yet 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah.
Oh, they oh man,
that's just me trolling them. So that's it.
I thought you done pound on it. I really did.
You know what though? Credit to Bearden though. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna say this. Ever since we've beaten them,
yeah,
we've looked like a completely different. Like, I think that was a hurdle for that team.
Yeah,
that was a mental hurdle.
That's the no pun intended. That's the top dog in the region right now. They're 9-1.
It is, and that's why it. I mean, here's the other thing. Here's the truth of it. I want more than anything, West to take care of Maryville again next week and set that up. Bearden West round 3. Everybody wants to see it. They want our ass. We want their ass. So let's go. Round 3. Let's go.
Would it be for the title, or
it would be for the district title? It would be for the district boys title. History, 25 years in the making against your arch rival. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
You always want a 1 versus 2 matchup.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? I think something tells me. I don't know if Bearden gets to see West. I think West is gonna. This is a different West team. Like, Jalen Hill has taken command of this team. Kalu Fofana has been the locksmith, and next year he's gonna be the king of Zamunda because it's his show. Mm-hmm. Next year, it is his show.
We didn't even shoot that well last night from 3. I mean, here's the thing: if this
Garrett
West team does get it together, if West gets hot, that's all.
We gotta find a way for Dupree to shoot the ball.
That's the point. I mean, that you gotta get.
I feel like everybody in the county, Dupree used to have games where he would just go off for 3.
I know. Yeah, and I would love for him to redeem.
That's where you miss having Reese with Dupree because but Dupree finds a way. He plays great D.
Yeah,
he finds a way to pass the ball. And Malik Wilson, the glue.
Yeah, for him spelling Jack and Devin and the post down there, and just plays great defense. You know, he
gets every loose ball, every rebound.
That's the thing that hurts me the most is that, Reese deserves to be out there as well, honestly. And this team would just be unbelievable better, right? They're great. They're great right now. But they had to learn to play without him. And that's not an easy thing, especially for somebody that had been there and who was good for 16 points a game. He was. I mean, my God, Jalen's had to take on not only the distributing, but he's had to take on that production in the scorer's book. He's had to. Because Kevin and Devin are going to eat down there. Look at this. Last night, they combined 30 points. We talked about that. That one game, they had 46 against Bearden. 46 points down low.
But that's what I think you got to do. You got to go to Devin and Kevin down low.
Absolutely.
I think Kevin really imposed his will against Brody Smith. Like, that was a beautiful matchup. That was awesome.
Can I just mention that real quick too, Perry? And here's the thing. I just cannot believe that all that talent that they returned from a state title team that went to state. They didn't win it all, but they went to state. And I just don't know if the parts fit. I mean, I'm just saying that they just looked different from the team I remember from last year. Because last year they were a pain in the ass.
They were
right now.
Really
they were a pain in the ass team last year. What's his name? Owensby? I mean, oh my God. It seemed like every time he touches the ball, he scores against us. And I saw it last night. I was having PTSD. I really was with that game.
And Luke Sigmund is a problem.
And the other guy, who's the one kid that always makes the threes for them? I forget his name. You called his name a bunch last night.
Hazel Baker?
Yes, him.
God,
I mean,
good. And Woodley.
Him too. I mean,
they're talented.
How long have they been there? They've been there for years, I feel like.
One thing I will say about them is they give you every bit of toughness.
That's their coach. That's Lambert.
And their girls team, oh my God, they have a guard over there. And she is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
can I say this? Can I say this? I'm just happy that our girls team got 30 on them last night, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but that Maryville team is really good. Their
They are
guard
good.
play,
Yeah.
like, was it? I think her name is Blackburn. Her mom played. Her mom is class of '95 at South Durham. She was good.
And now she's
So
got a daughter that's at
her
Maryville kicking
daughter's at
butt. So,
Maryville. I
yeah.
want her daughter at Pellissippi State today.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, whatever she want NIL, I can raise the money to get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raise the money. She was phenomenal against West. I hate saying that against my girls, but I talked to Danny Chandler tonight, one of my favorite referees, and he said once they get it together, they might be out. I told Coach G, what I'm saying, it's gonna be a struggle. You're changing a culture, and kudos to him. Like, Jay Mullins is right there with them, and they're trying their best. And
they're going to get their people in there. Honestly, they really are. And here's the thing:
Charlie Freeman.
Yeah.
Start. Look at Charlie Freeman this year. Malia Queener is hurt. I like what they can become.
And they got some people. They got some girls coming.
Caroline Smith. One of the better shooters, and she needs to be recognized as such. Caroline Smith hit 2 threes in a row last night.
I watched their game. So here's the thing. I have the utmost faith in Tate and Coach G, and I'm going to tell you why.
I do. I have tons
here's
of
the thing. Maybe the wins have not changed, but here's what has changed. You're not under 10 points. You're actually in the 20s and the 30s, and you're losing, but you're competitive in those games. I mean, it was a struggle to get to 10 points in 4 quarters last year, too, Bear.
Dude, it was so abysmal sometimes, man. Like, that's one of the toughest women's seasons I've ever had, because you knew that there was too much talent.
Yeah.
For them to be like that. Like, and it just felt like I feel sorry for Ashlyn Stewart.
Yeah. She's really tried hard. She really has. So, yeah.
Like, her last 2 years, this may have been the worst West program I've seen, and like that was bad, man. It was rough.
1 win in 3 years. 1 win in 3 years at the moment.
And that is like she won 1 game in 4 years.
I don't know what she did her freshman year, but her sophomore year they won 1 game. They went winless last year and winless this year, unless they win in the district tournament. So, but they got a tough test
every game. You know what I'm saying? To go out there every game.
It's a tough region. I mean, we talk about the boys, it's as tough of a region for the girls. Bearden is still nationally ranked, Shane, or what have you.
Yep.
Farragut's girls are very good. Maryville's girls are good. Hardin Valley's girls are good. I mean, you are the 6th team. Now, next year, when they change districts, it might be a little bit more fair against the Centrals and the Halls and the Powells or what have you, because I don't know how good their girls' programs are.
Yeah, I don't know how good they'll be, but
yeah.
Farragut is going to be loaded forever.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Same with Maryville. Same with Bearden. I mean, yeah. So
as long as Mayfield is at Farragut, they're never going to not be in contention.
This is true.
That's why I said him and Jennifer Galloway. Jennifer Galloway, and Hodges. Bearden. Or is it Underwood?
Underwood.
I'm sorry, Coach Underwood. Underwood, Galloway, and who else did I say?
Hodges?
No, Underwood, Galloway, and Mayfield. Those are the best.
Yeah.
But best best women's coaches in Knox County.
Knox County. Well, I also want to say this real quick before we move on. I want to talk real quick football, hit up some college basketball, and talk Super Bowl, because we were trying to cram in a lot in this
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man.
You're good. No, you're good.
State. It was it's been a hell.
I'm going to say this. I just want to say this real quick about this West team. Guys, next week at this time we'll preview. We'll know for sure it's Maryville because they play William Blount Tuesday, so we'll play Thursday. So we'll preview this game next Wednesday. But here's what I want more than anything: we need to be ready to go and play because this is serious business. You've got Maryville that's going to be there waiting for you. You've got to beat them for the third time, and then it's the rubber match against Bearden to become that West team, that second West team to win a district tournament title. Let's get it done. We'll talk more about it next week.
I
We'll
feel
talk
like
more about
I
it
feel
next
like
week.
we gotta. Let me say this.
Sure.
25 years ago, we weren't expected to win a district title.
Nope, we were a 7 seed.
7.
Yep.
We won as a 7 seed. We played every night.
Yep. Yeah, 3 games. 3 games in 3 days.
So
it's a different tournament back then.
Now it would be 2 games in 2 days?
Yeah, because we get the bye. There wasn't a bye before. It was everybody played because there were 8 teams back then. 1 played 8, 2 played 7, and then they went from there. And so
how many teams is it now?
It's 6 with
6.
with 3 playing 6, 4 playing 5, and 1 and 2 get a bye. It's a different setup now. So
yeah, it's not bad, and I think this is the year
because
for 25 years we weren't expected to, and this team is better than last year's team.
Mentally,
think about what we've lost, but what we have, and what we were discovered. Like if you'd have told me Robert Schuler was going to be the best 2-way player in the county, I wouldn't have. I would have said he's going to be great offensively because he was great offensively, and he added this to his repertoire, and he's become one of the elite players. Kevin Jack getting his footwork to be he is killing on the blocks, killing. And then Jalen Hill's dictated the pace every game.
This is true. Real quick, Football Banquet was phenomenal the other night.
Awesome.
I had some conversations with the coaches. I just want to say this. They're very happy with the participation of the players, the gains that are already being made. They've never been at this point as a staff with the previous teams than where they're at right now. So exciting stuff going into spring. They got to have that eye of the tiger. 3 out of 4, baby. Remember that. 3 out of 4. And I will say this.
3 out of 4, it still means more.
Still means more. And Coach Brown talked about what a special group it was, and he really highlighted something for the seniors. He appreciated everybody. That's what Coach Brown is. He really has created this One West. It is One West. It's everybody. But he did want something to say about this senior group. They were the group that won state titles or lost to the team that ended up being state champions. As freshmen, they lost to Powell, who was the state champion. Sophomores and juniors, they were state champions. They lost to Sevier County on a controversial play on a cold night, and Sevier County goes on and wins state. That's nothing to hang your hat on.
I watch that tape every time, and I told Coach Brown, I'm like, we got disputable evidence. I agree with what he said. He was like, the games are the games, and he said it. They left everything out there. They did, but I told Coach Brown, I feel like we got robbed. I feel like somebody took it. Is what it reminded me of? The phantom pass interference call Chris Gamble got against Miami.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that.
It was.
Because me and Shane and his son are looking directly at the play. We both said it was a touchdown.
That ball crossed the end zone, and he had possession. Then was pushed out, but his feet were in. We made possession. That would be a touchdown.
It's the toughest thing to watch.
It is tough.
It's like watching it's like watching the outcome of something that you already know is going to happen, but you think it's going to change
Yeah. Yeah.
every time. It took me months to watch it on the page,
Mm-hmm.
and I said the TSAA instant replay needs to be in question because maybe we're the state champs.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's no doubt. No, I think there's no doubt. If West finds a way to win that game, I think we beat Oak Ridge, and I think we were already in Page's head, and we win the third straight title. There's
And
three
what if we
balls
would have
behind me.
gone up
There's
tempo
three.
throughout the entire game?
I think weather dictated that too because of how cold it was. I'm not trying to make excuses.
Yeah,
I just think that it was a game that you had to feel it. And I mean, the fact is, you did limit their high octane offense.
it sure did.
Realistically, the score only happened because they only got the ball from 10 yards out. They didn't move it across the field all the time throughout the game. They didn't. I mean, and we had some costly turnovers that changed the game as well.
Man, the
So it
fumbles.
is what it
Oh my
is.
gosh.
The one thing that I was so close to this senior class, and I hated it for them. That's the thing but they're still a special group in my eyes. They are. Apparently, I believe that they're the third winningest class in West history, if I'm not mistaken, third or
Mm,
fourth, Coach Brown mentioned. So the thing is it was a phenomenal group. They continued their tradition. 4 straight region championships, undefeated in the region for 4 straight years. Think about that too. That's special. Winning record against Bearden, winning record against a lot of the
that's
rivals.
crazy to
It's
think.
crazy, man. It's crazy to think. So, real quick, guys, I want to just touch on some things with college basketball. The Vols destroyed the Sooners Saturday. They shot great, and then unfortunately we lost a tough one last night to Kentucky. And then the Lady Vols did amazing Thursday night, beating UConn for the first time since 2007. I know they didn't play every year, but damn, to beat Gino Auriemma and Paige Buchers is amazing, dude. But then we
Mm,
lose to LSU close
mm,
again and here's the thing. Charlie Cream at ESPN, who does the bracketology for the women, said that Lady Vols have to win out. There's no room for error with the rest of their schedule. They've got to win out. I know they've got South Carolina, which is going to be a tough one, but they've got to win out to hopefully get a 4 seed and host the 2 games in Knoxville for the tournament before
Yeah.
being shipped off to Portland or what have you. But as far as the Vols go, the Vols are still in the running for a 1 seed. The problem is that Alabama, Auburn, and Florida all won yesterday, and then Duke won tonight. So the Vols are kind of flirting with that 1-2 line. I'm hoping that we can get a win against Bama in the next couple weeks when we play them. But speaking of Bama, what about Auburn versus Alabama 1 versus 2 coming up? I mean,
Ooh,
that's going to be. I mean, this isn't even football we're talking, boys. This is basketball we're talking.
well, if we were talking football, Auburn just go ahead and take the L.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but this is the Iron Bowl 1 versus 2 college game day
mm,
going to be there. I mean, it should
mm,
be a
mm.
fun atmosphere. But
Yeah.
I really think, though, that the SEC heads and above better than every other conference. But I really do think that they'll probably limit it to 3 number 1 seeds, because what year was that 2 pair that they did that they had 3 number 1 seeds from one conference or whatever? I mean, was that the ACC with Virginia, Duke, and North Carolina that one year, or am I thinking of a different year? I swear I thought that the ACC got 3 number 1s because Virginia was like the ACC regular season champ, and Duke won the ACC tournament, and Carolina got a 1 seed as well, and so forth because of their record or whatever. I'm trying to think if that really happened. Shane, look that up. Has there ever been 3 number 1 seeds from a conference, from the same conference? Because it could happen this year with Auburn, Alabama, and either one of Florida or Tennessee. I know Florida's had an injury to a key player yesterday. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but they still got the dub over Mississippi State. But I swear that there had been a team or a conference that had 3 number 1s one year. I remember it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, because we have to talk about it. We absolutely have to talk about it. It was the Super Bowl where the Eagles just absolutely massacred. Let me just tell you this. I've never seen a defensive line impose their will and just shellac a quarterback.
ACC 2019.
I was right. ACC 2019?
Yep, I'm pulling up right now. If my computer will.
Sure, it was North Carolina, Duke, and Virginia. I'm pretty sure, and Virginia won the national
Right.
championship.
Because then we played Virginia that year.
Yep. No. We lost to Purdue. Unfortunately, we lost to Purdue. We would have played Virginia if we had beaten Purdue. That was the Grant Williams.
Virginia, UNC, and Gonzaga were number 1 seeds.
Who were real quick?
Duke, UNC, Virginia, and Gonzaga were the number 1.
I thought so. So yeah, because that was the Zion Duke team, and Luke May played for North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So, but that Super Bowl. I mean, Shane, not only did the Eagles destroy the Chiefs, Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake, and that was halftime or what have you. So yeah, I mean.
Hey, like K-Dot said, turn the TV off.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Turn the TV off.
Yeah. And shout out to our boy Michael Lynn. He's a huge Eagles fan, so I was happy for
the
him.
Eagles, they came with it, man. They got the pressure. They
Jalen Hurts.
So I know when it truly shifted is if you watch Patrick Mahomes, when he starts to scramble, he'll always roll to his left. And you saw the Eagles defensive line crash that left side to prevent him from rolling back around. And it was lights out after that.
It was. They had a great game plan. I mean, it was a phenomenal game plan by the defensive coordinators, and the head coach. Honestly, they really did their homework for 2 weeks, and they were deserving of being champions. And I'm glad that Jalen Hurts gave the middle finger to everybody. And Saquon, I know that Saquon didn't have like a lights out game, but if you think about it, they had to key in on Saquon, and Jalen made the play. I mean, Devonta hooked him up with that long touchdown pass. I mean, that's when I knew it was over. When they hit that long touchdown pass, I said, game. Don't let the 22 points fool you. The Eagles dominated that game. They dominated that game. So
those last couple of points were just okay. We had
against backups. Like
that was just okay. You got to play. You don't
but am I right with that, Shane? You don't see that, Shane. Backups in the Super Bowl, you never see that shit.
You don't see backups in the NFL, period.
You don't.
But it's all about you got guaranteed money coming to you. You're all about getting your yardage, your sacks, your tackles, your passing completion. It's all about that. You put the backups in, everybody's got their money. We're gonna say you played in this game. Like you're gonna have a stat line.
And the backups really earned them rings. They actually got playing time out there. It was pretty awesome. So, yep. Great show tonight, guys. I mean, it was a lot to pack in, but next week we're gonna
history, guys.
Yeah.
Did we think we were gonna see a three-peat? Like, did you really? I was like, I don't know if it can happen.
I thought it was gonna happen, but real quick. When I saw how the defensive line for the Eagles was imposing their will, I said, not going to happen tonight. But to be fair, I think the Eagles came out motivated. They felt disrespected. That's what happens for 2 weeks when one team feels slighted and you just put a little bit of it. You have good coaching, you have motivation, and you put it all together. That's what you see right there. They were tired
of Philadelphia Eagles had a serious battery pack. And
they did.
Shout out to Michael Lynn. I did not think the Chiefs were going to put up 22 points. I thought it looked almost like it was 6 for the longest. Didn't they get shut out the first half?
They got shut out the first half. They almost got shut out the whole third quarter too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing too, Pear. It was en route to being like Cowboys Bills 52-17 type of shit. But the Eagles called the dogs off and put players that, like Shane said, would never get to play. And got them in there in the biggest game of their lives. They can tell their grandkids, I played in Super Bowl 59. Here's the ring. And we stopped Destiny.
No, here's the ring. Here's the footage. Here's Grandpa sitting.
And can we do this? All Alabama fans, can you please quit claiming
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
He graduated from
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
He's Oklahoma. Yep.
Ran that guy out of town because of Tua throws a championship dart to Devontae Smith.
Because Georgia was
that dude
napping
out of town.
Yep.
He goes to Lincoln Riley. He goes to quarterback school. He gets drafted by Philly, and he wins a damn Super Bowl before Dak Prescott gets to a damn championship game.
And let's be fair, Jalen is the first Alabama quarterback since Joe Namath to get a Super Bowl.
No,
Oklahoma quarterback.
Oklahoma.
That's true. That is true. That is true. That's why Alabama wants to claim him.
Alabama quit claiming him.
That's it. Yep.
You can't claim him when
Shane. Where did you graduate from, Shane?
Graduate from Oklahoma.
OU.
Okay, here we go.
James, where did you graduate from?
Boomer Sooner, as Jim Ross would say.
Here we go. Sell the debate right now. Monday Night Football.
Where did you graduate from, Shane?
Graduate from Oklahoma. Monday Night Football. What school does he claim? Oklahoma.
OU. Look at that. So, yep.
Thank you guys.
It's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Sure thing. We're going to be accurate on this show. The whole, he's in Alabama. No, he's not.
Nope. But he got one before Tua, got one before Mac, got one before Bryce. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Tua ain't going to survive the NFL if he's getting more concussion.
No. Yeah, that's a bad situation. Bad situation.
But look at Jalen Hurts' story.
Oh, it's a great story.
Oh, amazing.
He wins an SEC championship. He's got 2, right?
What?
Have 2 SEC championships?
Yeah, he does.
Does he have a Big 12 championship?
He does have a Big 12 championship. He does have that.
That's 3 championships.
Yep. Yeah, he does.
He has 3 championships.
Can I tell you this real quick to also add on to the disrespect? Saquon Barkley gave the biggest, and it's after 11, so I can say it, the one F-bomb for the night. Saquon Barkley gave the biggest fuck you to the New York Giants, by the way.
Sure did.
Season. He really did, man. Motivated. Again, motivation. Imagine that. So, yeah.
Hey, man, it was awesome.
Great show.
Saquon made a move that
I think we lost Two-Pair for a second. Yeah, there he is.
My bad. No,
you're good.
Sorry, I was getting called.
Yeah.
But no, man, I just think they played phenomenal football.
They did.
I really did. They played phenomenal football. And this was a great show.
This was. Wrap us up, Two-Pair. Wrap us up, baby.
Hold on. Give me one. Hold on.
Throwing up that W.
Give me 1 second. I'm wrapping up my podcast.
Wrapping up that W, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to call you right back. Sorry.
And we stay there. Up, down, up,
down,
up, down.
How about the
Dubs? All it does is win.
The Dubs.
Hey,
baby. Look, man, we want to thank everybody that, you stay tuned for this. It's an hour show. It's jam-packed. Sometimes it's 2 hours in the summer, depending on if we ain't got anything to do.
Or an interview.
I just want to tell you guys, man, I'm very thankful for you guys. His life is short. I've known Shane since 6th grade. I've known James since my sophomore year in high school.
My sophomore year.
Freshman. My bad.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
See, the memory's getting old.
Uh-huh.
But no, you know what I'm saying? We've known each other combined more than 20 illustrious years, maybe more than that. We really love what we do.
We do.
And we're going to continue to do this, but we need the parent support in those alumni foundations to get these kids what they need for shoes, clothing. This alumni foundation can do wonders. And if we're the first one to do it the way we're going to do it with, hit that math problem one more time.
I'll do it one more time. Let me do it. There it is.
So our goal is to get 100 parents, because there's more than 100 parents at West. There are more than 100 parents at West.
Mm-hmm.
But parents, if you donate, former players, you too, nobody have it donated. we're giving the most valuable resource, and that's our time.
Mm-hmm.
But we also can give a little change too.
Mm-hmm.
Something to think
I
about.
give every summer. I give every summer to the football program. So yep, at
Yeah,
the
something to
pancake
think
breakfast.
about when you're at home. Just something to really think about.
Yep. Yep. Great show. Two pair
Great
finish
show.
us out. Let's close it out, baby, like we always do. So
Hey man, this is Rebels with a Cause. You got the Italian Stallion, you got the stat man, the coach, then you got the media mogul, the chocolate boy wonder, who will be on radio at 12:30 on Coalition DJs Radio. It's gonna be two pair after dark.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, shout out to Antarius McAllister, shout out to Yariq Cook, and shout out to Antoine Berta, and
Always.
big shout out to them, and big shout out to Jack Keefe, UTC. We are out of here. We will see you next week. Go Pellet City State, go West, go Catholic, go AE, go Fulton, because you guys are the big facts schools in Tennessee. And it's Rebels with a Cause.
We out.